What's going on, my eaters? My name is Chef Drew, aka Big Drew, aka Chef, and this is the Eating Chambers channel. So thank you guys so much for being here with us this week. Go ahead right now, like, subscribe, notify, do all the things just to make sure you can keep getting this content. Let us know what you think. This week, my guys told me that I should give you guys a little bit more information, in-depth look into me as a chef, as a culinarian. So this week we're gonna be talking to you about the things that I, Chef Drew, feel like make me a great chef, make my wife a great chef, or just make people great chefs, great culinarians in general. This list is not exhaustive. It can change. There's always things being added to it and taken away from it. But the biggest point is these are the things that I operate under on a day-to-day. If you would, you can call them my pillars to success. So for me, one of the most important things about being a culinary and a great chef is great sanitation. Listen, you do not want a chef who's nasty. You want to eat in a nasty kitchen? Because I don't eat in nasty kitchens. So sanitation, you want to make sure cleanliness is always key. You never want to cross-contaminate. Follow your food pyramid. We will definitely get more into this because unfortunately, when you go out into the world and you're looking at health scores, some of these scores are way too low. Next thing, watching your fire. This is the thing that rules my kitchen and rules me. Watching your fire. What do I mean by that? My mom taught me that from early age. When you're in the kitchen, you want to watch your fire. You want to watch your heat source. You want to watch your stove. Fire cooks food, but it also kills food. So watching your fire, watching your heat is always going to enable you to put something great on the table. Seasoning your food. Let me say this again. Seasoning your food. I'm going to say it one more time. Season your food. How many of y'all have gone somewhere to eat, either a friend's house, your mama's house, or the restaurant, and you're eating it and it don't taste like nothing, or it doesn't taste great at all? Here's a tip. Salt and pepper go a long way. Season your food. Balance and competition. This is something a little bit more technical, however, it's very, very important. The example I'm gonna use is pasta salad. Have you ever experienced pasta salad? And when you're eating your pasta salad, it's all noodles. You're like, where's the tomatoes? Where's the vegetables? Where's the meat? Where's the cheese? Whatever it is, you're getting all noodles and a little bit of stuff. That is pasta salad that is not balanced. You want to make sure when you cook your food, when you're preparing food for people, your dishes are always balanced. You don't want to have too much or too little of everything. The best chefs in the world master this. Presentation, simply put, people eat with their eyes. It's an old cliche, you've probably all heard it. If you haven't, just think about it. We're all more likely to eat something if it looks good. If it does not look good, you really don't want to eat that typically. So always keeping in mind presentation. What does that mean? Colors, actual preparation of the ingredients. You don't want to overcook stuff. You don't want to undercook stuff. You want to make sure you consider the color of the ingredients and the color of the actual food itself. Marry all this stuff together in a favorable way, and you'll always have a dish that's presented well and looks good. Temperature. Y'all, I'm a person, I like my food hot. My wife, she thinks I'm weird, but the hotter the better if it's supposed to be hot. When I say temperature, hot food should be hot, cold food should be cold, and there's even some cases where food should be ambient temperature or room temperature. You always want to make sure your culinary creations are at the temperature they need to be. That's also a key sanitation point. We'll talk about that later. Some people don't like this, some chefs don't like this. I may rub some feathers the wrong way, but it's the truth. Another pillar to my success as a chef, and I recommend it for you, be teachable. You must always be willing to learn something. You never know everything. Food, appetites, and ingredients and allergies and things are always changing. So be teachable. Always learn, always craft your skills so that at the end of the day, Not just you are growing and evolving and learning, but your food is growing, evolving, and learning. Be teachable. Knowledge of the cooking techniques. There are 3 main cooking methods. There's moist cooking methods, combination cooking methods, and dry cooking methods. Knowing this and knowing what ingredients lend themselves well to these cooking methods is paramount. Dry cooking methods. Those are things that are lean, chicken breast, pork tenderloin, hamburgers. Those are the things that are gonna cook great on high heat, ovens, grills, even deep fryers. Deep fryers are considered a dry cooking method. We'll talk about that more later. Let me talk about moist cooking methods. Moist cooking methods are the opposite of dry cooking methods. Those are the things like poaching, boiling, simmering. Think wet. Dry is dry, moist is wet, and then combination cooking methods are where you bring the dry cooking methods and the moist cooking methods together to create awesome dishes. Those are your things that are typically like, think pot roast, think low and slow. You brown something, then you put it in some juice, and you let it cook for a long time until it's nice and tender and wonderful. Combination cooking methods. Knowing your cooking methods and how to apply them is key. There's a French term, it's called mise en place. What does that mean? We'll call mise en place just making sure everything is in the right place at the right time that you need it to prepare your dish. What's that look like? That looks like, think about this. Have you ever wanted to make something while you were cooking for yourself or your family or your friends, and you find yourself, you run to the refrigerator, you go get the milk, then you run back to the table. Then you remember you forgot the butter, so you go back to the refrigerator to get the butter, and then you run to the table. Then you realize you don't have your cutting board, so you run across the kitchen to get your cutting board, and then you come back. Y'all, that is chaotic. We have all done it. Mise en place is the exact opposite. Mise en place says, get all your stuff, everything you're gonna need to create your dish, put it all there with you, and so that way when you need it, it's there. You don't have to run around all over the place. You don't have to think about it. It makes your cooking experience way more fluid, way more easy. And 9 times out of 10, if your mise en place is what it's supposed to be, you're gonna be a much neater, a much cleaner kitchen and chef. Your kitchen won't look like napalm just went off. Y'all eat food. For me and my wife, we are foodies through and through. We're both chefs. The culinary industry is all through us, all through our house. Now it's getting into my babies. Eat food. If you really want to hone your skills, go places, try different things, eat different things. Can you imagine a surgeon who's supposed to cut into your body and they have an issue with blood? It does not make any sense. They will not be good surgeons if they cannot deal with blood. Or can you imagine a swimmer who didn't like to get wet? It doesn't make sense. I personally do not see or understand how there are chefs out there who say, I don't eat this or I don't eat that. Listen, I eat most things, but there are a few things out there that I do not like. But even for those things, I have a rule that governs me. I'll try anything 3 times. If I don't like it after 3 times, I'm not gonna like it. However, the more important part to that is be willing to eat different things, try different things, cook different things, so that your culinary repertoire, your culinary resume can continue to grow. Some of the things that I also feel like deserve some honorable mentions are the ability to delegate, great communication skills, great work ethic, attention to details, being able to empathize and relate with people in your team. As a chef, you have to be able to encourage people and empower people and motivate people to follow you. We can't do this by ourselves, so always make sure you're worrying about being empathetic as well. I think for right now, those are all the things, the primary things that make me a good cook. As you watch this channel, as you watch me cook, you will definitely see and hear this stuff over and over and over again. It's a way of life for me. It's all I do. Hopefully this list will bless you. Hopefully you'll be able to take something away from it. Please, 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 if you have any questions, if you'd like for me to go in depth more on any of these points, feel free to comment, reach out to us. Again, like, subscribe, comment, do all the things to help us keep bringing this content to you. And until next time, everybody, we want to educate you, we want to excite you, and we want to empower you into the culinary experiences in life that you want for yourself. Until next time, guys, we'll see you soon.